A pathway to Australia PR navigating the State Territory Nomination Program. Obtaining permanent residency, PR, in Australia is a multi-step process that involves meeting specific eligibility criteria and following certain procedures. Here is a step-by-step guide for Indian job seekers seeking to get PR in Australia. Step 1. Choose an occupation. Research the Skilled Occupation List, SOL, or Consolidated Sponsored Occupation List, CSOL, 2. Find an occupation that matches your skills, qualifications, and experience. Make sure your occupation is in demand in Australia. Step 2. Skill Assessment. Contact the relevant assessing authority for your chosen occupation. They will provide guidelines and a list of required documents to assess your skills and qualifications. The assessment process can vary based on the occupation. Step 3. English Language Proficiency. Take an English language test, such as IELTS, International English Language Testing System, TOEFL, Test of English as a Foreign Language, or Private, Pearson Test of English. The required score depends on the visa subclass and your occupation. Step 4. Expression of Interest, EOI. Create an EOI through the Skill Select online platform on the official Australian Department of Home Affairs website. Provide accurate details about your skills, work experience, education, English language test results, and other relevant information. Step 5. Points Test. Your EOI will be ranked based on a points test. Points are awarded for factors such as age, English language proficiency, work experience, education, and more. Ensure you meet the minimum points requirement is 65 for the visa you're applying for. Step 6. Receive an invitation. If your EOI receives a high enough score and you meet the minimum requirements for the visa subclass, you might receive an invitation to apply for a visa. Invitations are typically issued in regular rounds. It's important to ensure that the information in your EOI is accurate, as any discrepancies could lead to visa refusal. Step 7. Lodge Visa Application. Once you receive an invitation, you can apply for the relevant visa subclass, such as Subclass 189, Skilled Independent, or Subclass 190, Skilled Nominated. Prepare all required documents, including your positive skill assessment, English language test results, health and character clearances, and any other supporting documents. Step 8. Health and character checks. All applicants and their dependents must meet health and character requirements. This typically involves undergoing medical examinations by approved panel physicians and obtaining police clearance certificates from all countries you have lived in for a specified period. Step 9. Wait for visa decision. After submitting your application, you'll need to wait for the Department of Home Affairs to process your application. Visa processing times can vary based on factors such as the visa subclass, the complexity of your case, and the volume of applications being processed. Before continuing this video, please like, subscribe, and share with your friends and family. To boost up your Australia PR visa, there is other way to gain CRS points through the State Nomination Program, Territory Nomination Program, SNP, TNP. This program allows individual Australian states and territories to nominate skilled workers to meet their specific labour market needs. The State Territory Nomination can provide additional points on your expression of interest, EOI, under the General Skilled Migration, GSM, program, making you more competitive in the points-based selection process. Here's how the State Territory Nomination Program works in Australia. Choose an occupation and check state territory lists. Just like the Skilled Occupation List, SOL, and Consolidated Sponsored Occupation List, CSOL. Skilled Occupation List. The following visas are available to individuals who are qualified to work or train in an eligible skilled occupation in Australia and can meet all other requirements. Employer Nomination Scheme, ENS, Visa, Subclass 186. Regional Sponsored Migration Scheme, RSMS, Visa, Subclass 186. Skilled Independent Visa, Subclass 189, Points Tested Stream. Skilled Nominated Visa, Subclass 190. Training Visa, Subclass 407. Temporary Skill Shortage, TSS, Visa, Subclass 482. Temporary Graduate Visa, Subclass 485, Graduate Work. Skilled Regional, Provisional, Visa, Subclass 489. Skilled Work Regional, Provisional, Visa, Subclass 491. Skilled Employer-Sponsored Regional, Provisional, Visa, Subclass 494. Consolidated Sponsored Occupations List, CSOL, Adopted Children and Australian Citizenship Surrogacy and Australian Citizenship by Descent. Each state and territory in Australia has its own list of occupations in demand. You can choose an occupation from the relevant list of the state or territory you intend to nominate. Meet state, territory criteria. Each state or territory has specific criteria that applicants must meet to be eligible for nomination. This could include requirements related to work experience, English language proficiency, and commitment to living and working in the nominating region. Submit Expression of Interest, EOI. Express your interest in being nominated by a specific state or territory when creating your EOI on the Skills Select platform. Indicate which regions you are interested in, and if you meet their criteria, they might consider nominating you. Wait for state-territory invitation. If a state or territory is interested in nominating you, they will send you an invitation to apply for their nomination. This usually comes with additional points for your EOI score. Apply for state-territory nomination. Once you receive an invitation from a state or territory, you'll need to submit an application to them. This application may require additional documentation to prove your commitment to living and working in that region. Wait for nomination decision. The state or territory will review your application and decide whether to nominate you. If they nominate you, they will provide you with a nomination certificate or confirmation. Update EOI and apply for visa. After receiving the nomination, you can update your EOI with the additional points earned from the nomination. This can increase your chances of receiving an invitation to apply for the visa from the Department of Home Affairs. Apply for the visa. Once you receive an invitation from the Department of Home Affairs based on your updated EOI, you can proceed to lodge your visa application. Make sure to provide all the required documents, including the nomination certificate. The State Territory Nomination Program allows skilled workers to align their PR application with the specific needs and priorities of a particular region in Australia. It can be beneficial for individuals who have skills that are in high demand in a specific state or territory. Here's a summary of the key steps involved in the process. Verifying your educational credentials is an essential step in the process of obtaining permanent residency, PR, in Australia. Choose an occupation. Identify an occupation from the Skilled Occupation List, SOL, or relevant state, territory list that matches your skills and experience. Skill assessment. Get your skills and qualifications assessed by the relevant Australian assessing authority to verify their authenticity and equivalence. English language proficiency. Take an approved English language test and achieve the required scores to demonstrate your language skills. Expression of interest, EOI. Create an EOI on the Skills Select platform, providing details about your skills, experience, and other relevant information. Points test. Score points based on factors like age, education, work experience, and language proficiency to enhance your chances of receiving an invitation. Receive an invitation. If your EOI ranks well and meets the eligibility criteria, you may receive an invitation to apply for a visa. Lodge visa application. Apply for the relevant visa subclass, such as subclass 189 or 190, providing all required documents including skill assessment, English test results, health and character clearances. Health and character checks. Undergo medical examinations and obtain police clearance certificates to fulfill health and character requirements. Wait for visa decision. Wait for the Department of Home Affairs to process your application. Processing times can vary. Step 10. Obtain visa and move to Australia. Once your visa is granted, you will receive a grant notification. This notification will outline the conditions of your visa, including the initial entry date, usually within 1 year of medical checks or police clearances, and the rights and privileges associated with your PR status. After making the initial entry, you can live, work, and study in Australia permanently. This grants you permanent residency rights, allowing you to live, work, and study in Australia indefinitely. It's crucial to consult the official Australian Department of Home Affairs website for the latest and most accurate information. Seeking advice from registered migration agents or professionals can help ensure you navigate the PR process successfully. Remember that immigration policies and procedures can change. Therefore, I strongly recommend visiting the official website of the Australian Department of Home Affairs for the most up-to-date and accurate information regarding the PR process and visa requirements. You might also consider seeking advice from a registered migration agent to ensure you're following the latest guidelines and making informed decisions. Please like, subscribe and share with your friends and family.